This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
So they drug old Mr. Garvin over to the corner, wrapped his hand around the ring post. You held his arm in place or his hand in place while JJ held the rest of the arm in place and totally reared back with his own boot, and the heel of the boot, wham, right up against the hand. The same hand that knocked out the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Now we've taken it out of commission. And I love that once again, Tully's out here telling the truth. A closed fist is illegal in a professional wrestling match. He should have never been doing that in the first place. He was a cheater. He was a damn dirty cheater, Arn.
Correct.
And all you guys did is make sure he couldn't cheat anymore.
Correct.
I really think that you've been miscast as a bad guy. And you did it yourself. You used to come out and say, we're not nice guys. We don't wear white hats, but you are really kind of nice guys. I mean, you're only coming out there and doing these dastardly deeds after they've cheated, and you're just trying to even things up. Rhodes shouldn't be wearing that boot. Ron Garvin shouldn't be throwing a closed fist. We all know the rules. They're just deciding not to abide by them, and it's unfair, Arn.
We're victims.
I agree totally.
If you go back and you want to put a headline above the picture of the Four Horsemen, and the original Four Horsemen and the Three Horsemen, mostly, you look at them and put above them, we are survivors.
You were framed.
We were victims.
Yes.
But we overcame.
You did.
Because I want to put a little food for thought here. We always told everyone, okay, we are family. We are friends. If you jump on one of us, you jump on all of us. We let everybody know that up front, because when you think about it, Conrad, it was the 4 or 5 of us, including JJ, against the entire locker room. Not only Dusty's locker room, but ours as well. You don't think we had some heat in those days? There was some jealousy. You don't think there were some people wanting to see us fail? You bet. So when it's 3 or 4 against 40 other guys, you tell me, who's the victims here?
No, I don't disagree. I mean, I think you've got a case that you've been unfairly classified as a bad guy, as a heel. I mean, it's not reality. I want to mention that after April 5th, where you guys did that show, of course, in Atlanta, the WTBS taping, you're going to find yourself in Fayetteville on the 7th, working with Manny Fernandez to a draw. On the 10th, you're going to be going on last, and you're going to go to a 20-minute time limit draw against Dusty Rhodes. What do you remember about working a long match with Dusty? How would that compare to one of these sort of 6-minute affairs?
It just meant I was going to get my ass kicked for a longer period of time. And I was going to run for my life a large portion of that time. When you had an audience, like some of the audiences were, and most of them, but some of them were really so rabid, and they were so clearly divided on who they were cheering from. Sometimes you would have, like Greensboro, we had those Horsemen fans. And even if you were wrestling Dusty, you had 5/6 of the crowd cheering for Dusty, but you had 1/6 of the crowd ringside. And those 20 guys or whatever they were sounded like 200. And they would rock back and forth. And you could go 30 minutes if you needed to with Dusty. The main thing was just to keep the audience involved and, just keep the action going. And Buddy, as long as he could keep hitting me with those elbows, knocking me on my ass, they would keep cheering. And time would pass by pretty quickly, to be honest with you. I had a pretty decent gas tank in those days. I had my own pace. I wasn't one of these guys that could just go zoom, 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 zoom. But I had my own pace, and it was a lot of fun, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
All right, let's run a timeout right now and give you a heads up. Attention, sports bettors. Has anyone ever given you $1,000 before? Well, Jeff, our guest at this time is trying to do just that. Welcome to the program, the king of Vegas sports gambling and America's odds maker. It's Wayne Allen Root. Wayne, how are you?
Hey, Conrad. Hey, Jeff. I'm not trying to give you $1,000 free. I'm giving you $1,000 free at vegaswinners.com. That's my website. And I know so many people in the wrestling world love to bet on football. It's an American pastime. It's now legal in most states, a majority of American states. And guys love to bet on football. But I know people get skeptical and cynical. So even though I'm the best in the world, the media calls me the king of Vegas sports gambling, even though I've assembled the best team ever, 21 great sports handicappers at vegaswinners.com, and you have 21 heroes to choose from who all are very good at what they do, I still wanted to give away $1,000 in free winners at vegaswinners.com to make everybody come, register, and do their thing.
Yeah, it seems like you've got it all over at vegaswinners.com. You've got free picks, you've got the best bets, and you're doing it every single day, not just yourself, but 21 champions. Let's make sure you're getting your money's worth. Let's go to the TBS show from April 26th. The Horsemen are here at the podium, and they're celebrating that you just got a win over Mr. Ligon. Let's take a listen.
Dylan and the Three Horsemen, all champions.
With all due respect, we're going to break precedent today because your camera has now filled this picture with what is happening in professional wrestling today, and I think we can finish today's program, frankly, without you. Fantastic, brother. I would like to be the first to offer my congratulations to the world television champion Arn Anderson on another very impressive victory.
Thank you, James Gius. As indicative as you may be about everything, all I got to say in a closing note is, everybody across this country wakes up every day trying and wanting to be somebody else. We're just happy being us.
Mr. Ric Flair, the world heavyweight champion.
I must add, before I get real serious here, that there's a whole bunch of women in New Orleans know why they call us the Three Horsemen. You understand? When we left town, they were all walking around in a day. Now, Ricky Morton, if you want to get Robert Gibson, and you want to get Dusty Rhodes, and you want to get Magnum PA, you get them all together, because you're talking about three bad white boys that know how to do it better than any three men alive. You're talking about the championship road. And with J.J. Dillon guiding this force, just like he leads us into all the big arenas, there's not one chance in all of God's green earth of you doing anything except getting your butt kicked. Woo!
I want to tell you, champ, when you're defending the gold all over the world, if the Rock and Roll Express want to bite off some of the Horsemen, Mr. Tully Blanchard and Mr. Arn Anderson will be pleased to accommodate them in any arena anywhere in the world, wouldn't you say?
You know, sitting back here, Arn said it all, Rick said it all. But, you know, you think of one description that covers all three of us. You know, we are rich women's lovers and poor girls' dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for this edition of World Championship
That girl that
Wrestling.
was calling me secretariat as I walked out the door.
For Tony Schiavone, for David Crockett, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Was Rick having fun or what?
100%. And I think, Tully, that was a little bit of plagiarism on the end there. He didn't make that up, did he?
Well, it was probably inbred in him.
Can't say that, and it never happened. And by the way, that's your father-in-law.
Hey,
Are you aware of that?
Hey.
Are you aware of that? Do you ever stop and go, damn, that's my father-in-law?
Now, here's the thing on that deal. You know, for years and years, you were his best friend, and you had a choice in the matter. I kind of didn't on that deal. He just came as part of the package, you know? So I'm saying that's more on you.
Is that like a Hershey bar, the big one with and almonds? Was that what you're talking about? Because the regular Hershey bar is nothing like the one with almonds.
You know, I'm not a big Hershey guy, so I don't know I don't know that I've had the one with almonds. I've just had the regular.
The chocolate's upgraded. Everything about it is it's a different candy bar. So you may say that, but it was like, okay.
I'm just saying,
He was having a blast always.
And so was Tully. And so was Jade. It comes through the screen that you guys are having fun, and you kept the fun going in Baltimore. Ron Garvin and you are going to be wrestling there. Fair to say that afterwards you guys went to Sabatino's?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What was your go-to order at Sabatino's? Do you remember? I think Flair told me once he got Fruity de Mar or whatever. It's the pasta with a bunch of seafood.
Frav Diavolo.
Oh, there you go.
Fruity de Mar.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I think so.
He might have had. Yeah. I got the Frav Diavolo. We always got an extra order of the garlic bread because the cloves of garlic was about like your thumbnail. And I mean, it was outstanding. Shrimp scampi. Oysters, Rockefeller.
I want to mention though, Sabatino's was the way things were. Jimmy's Famous Seafood is the way things are these days when you get to Baltimore. Tell them Arn.
Snap out of it. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I haven't been there yet. I look forward to going to Jimmy's.
Oh, wait. Have you never had anything from there?
No, it's my mistake.
Oh, I can fix that. John's listening right now, and I got your home address. So there's going to be something show up that Aaron's going to be real excited about.
Outstanding. Thanks to everybody.
Yeah.
I like to eat.
Well, you're going to love Jimmy's Famous Seafood. Let me just tell you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I love talking about you in one of these bull rope Indian strap matches. That's what you're doing again in Cleveland against Dusty and Wahoo. Man, that just... Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.